What is going on, everybody? We're back on it. My Hero, Season 5, Episode 24. I think this might be the last episode, or we have one more left. I think we'll have one more left because we're still diving deeper into the Shigaraki kind of backstory upbringing. Again, we got a lot of comments on the last video, so that was nice to see the back and forth with comparing how they did, that's basically what this season has been. How they've handled, this material with how it was handled in the manga, things being left out, rerouted, different orders, all those type of things. It seemed okay for the most part. Manga still says it wasn't, maybe as strong of a reveal with everything as it was in the manga, but it wasn't bad. And I agreed. I thought it was pretty solid, but it didn't change. I thought the episode as itself presented and the information was solid, but it didn't change or sway the build up and everything that's gone in with this season or changed the outlook of how I feel as Shigaraki as a character. Some things got censored out. You guys, I think, also told me that anytime he touches something, or at least in the manga, it's not just ash. It is like those chunks of blood and everything. So I wonder why they just now showed it to us. Maybe to drive home the dramatic fact of like, oh, look at this kid disintegrating people into like chunks of flesh and blood. Maybe that will make it sell home a little bit harder, but it wouldn't have changed it. If you showed it to me the first time we saw his ability or now, it wouldn't have changed it. And then that Re-Destro actually did rip off his hand, or his fingers at least, which to me would have made such a strong impact had they showed that, but I was told again that that got left out. So just some stuff like that, but we'll wrap up these final 2 episodes of the season and go from there. We are pressing play right now. This is before All For One had his fight with All Might, correct? Does he still have his eyes and his face and everything? Don't do it. He wants him to be a killer. It makes him easier to control. I get so much Orochimaru vibes with All For One. They will not show us his eyes up. Why? Some people are just savages. Do your best. Put a smile on and do your best there, little buddy. And you guys, somebody gave me a list of people and quirks that would be able to combat Shigaraki's. Old Sand Boy. Because he can't disintegrate the sand. Aizawa, of course, because he could turn it off. Somebody said Overhaul, because maybe he could break down and re-put back what's disintegrated. Possibly. And then I forgot another... There's another somebody else quirk that would be able to not just completely just fall to chunks. Oh, you can kind of see his eyes a little bit. There's the blood and chunks and everything. I saw this little kid running around and shit with hands on his face. I gotta take you into custody, son. DOA. Now, did he ever try to touch him? That had to have come up at a point, right? Can we see All For One, like, not disintegrate. I want to see how he deals with that. Because he's not able to. Oh, so we're just continuing straight through with Origin. All right. And that last episode, I guess, will be season 6 launch 5 recap. Ah, there you go. Shigaraki is All for One's last name. Oh, so he's just totally over it. Gigantor. He is disintegrating the energy, so yeah. Oh, and someone said that's what it was. Tokiyami and his dark shadow. Can he disintegrate the dark shadow? Like, is that possible? I don't know. So, but he's disintegrating this energy stress, so maybe he can. You got one leg there, buddy. Yeah, Re-Destro seems like such a side plot villain character. I can't take him serious either. What the hell is this? Optimus Prime? Autobots? Dang, they put all that pressure on his little ass as a kid. It's amplifying. Oh, it's like putting his body under stress. At what cost, though? Sheeshers. Well, clearly the league wins this. How? I mean, we know how, but I need to see how they put his big ass down. Ah, shit. If he's gonna be the successor, he needs to show it. Well, he's definitely gonna die. They can't deal with that. They have no point but to like agree to work with and surrender. I don't know what this Mega Man shit is. But that didn't last very long. He put on that big ass suit just to get disintegrated. Is his hand gone? Like, you still got an arm? Good lordy. Now, can he disintegrate through layers of things? I don't. I would say yes. He's scared. I guess so, because we just. Because he just disintegrated the ground and it started disintegrating the suit. Hmm. Just show us his damn face. He's destroying the whole town, and this is what we saw him laughing at a handful of episodes back. Oh, Re-Destro, it was nice while it lasted, huh? I mean, if he falls into that, he dies, right? Because it looks like anything that's being touched by that wave in that epicenter is disintegrating. Because if he disintegrates the land, yes, the building that the land is on top of is going to fall, but like, if this is a ground and I have a building on top of it, if he touches the ground, is the building itself going to disintegrate because it's touching? I don't know, but from what we've seen this episode, it looks like it's all chain connected. The same way he cleared out that group of people, it looks like he touched one and it disintegrated the entire. The parallels to Deku that they've had these past couple episodes are pretty obvious, with like how they look like as a kid, how his arms and everything are destroyed. Did he just say he cut off his legs to survive? They're that they're that shook that they couldn't go in. He gave them that command of his quirk and they couldn't even go in because of his death stare. I was about to say, you're all for free use of abilities, so you want this type of shit running around in the streets? That'd have been so dope if they had Shigaraki actually lose a couple fingers and stuff. It, just to show like him actually sacrificed something in this, but and there you go. Quick way to gain an army. And now we have him on our side. Killed two birds with one stone. Everything's ready to go. I wish Overhaul was still there. And there we go. Get us living nice, put us in the hotels with the food. We ain't gotta run around hiding. Alright, so that's completely wrapped up. All 20 members. Or so they think. And it's awfully convenient. Nah, they live in the good life. He's going through it. Made it worse. They still hate each other, just like the overhaul and them. Yeah, there's already friction like when Overhaul and the group was trying to work together. Holy shit. Look at Gigantor's big ass in there. One of the hands is left. Well, you didn't have a choice, because if you could have put the league down, you would have put him down. And he's getting all this info, too. What's the name? Paranormal Liberation Front. Eh, it's kind of a swing and a miss. Well, they seem pretty uniform and ready to go. And then they reduce him to this. Ugh, God. Exactly. You don't want to see him like this. It's sad. What a waste of a character. Jesus. So essentially, as Deku begins to access the rest of these quirks that are within One for All, it looks like maybe Shigaraki will get a little bit more added to his arsenal as well with the experiments that are going to run. Let me skip forward, see if we have. Pretty sure we have one more episode. There's no way you end the season without catching up with like Deku. I just refuse to believe that. Preview. Okay, so I think we have one episode left. Solid stuff though. Again, we had gotten the flash forward, so we already knew kind of that they came together. We just didn't know how. It sucks to see Re-Destro because I had a lot of manga readers tell me like, you know, the way he's presented in the league in the Liberation Army and everything in the manga, you know, they're made to like seem like this bigger threat, this well fleshed out like organization. But again, it was just kind of like the overhaul stuff where you're introduced to them. We see kind of what their group can do. Like they have their group, kind of like the League has their group. We've got people that have different abilities. Like, oh, that's cool. They show it, we overcome it, and we move on. It sucks to see Re-Destro just get like whittled down to this like yes man that's just like a figurehead. It's kind of how I feel like with All Might. You know, he's just a comedic relief. You know, trying to get a gag out and spitting blood out and all that type of shit. Good stuff though. We'll see what this last episode has to offer, and then really kind of do a deep dive discussion on what we thought of the season as a whole, and I guess just kind of leave from there. It's wild that that man had to. Not only is he like giving. I mean, yes, we're in partnership, but you're just giving that to him. You know, we're working together, but let's be real. If Shigaraki wanted to change the vision of the group or whatever y'all were going to do, what choice would you have? The man loses his legs, loses control. It's just a mess. But we'll leave it there and see what happens. I appreciate it, everybody. Like, share, subscribe, and as always,